YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV. Yo, Tim Westwood TV, up at the spot. My good friend. Now, Fashawn.
What's cracking, man?
Am I cracking that right, baby?
Yeah, it's actually Fashawn. Like
Fashawn.
Fash like Cash, Sean like John. It's Fashawn.
Fashawn.
But we're cool. We homies. You can just call me Fash. I got it from a Rakim song called When I Be on the Mic. I think it came out like maybe 1999 or something, late 90s or something like that. And he had this line when he said, "My Fashawn lasts long as a lifetime to see the planet when I write rhymes," or something like that. And the CD that I had at the time was incredibly scratched up and like just I didn't take care of my CDs. So one day I was playing it and it just kept skipping on that line, Fashawn, 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 Fashawn. And the names echoed in my head for days and like weeks. So when it came for me to choose a name, that kind of chose me, you know what I mean?
For real.
Yeah, so shout out to Rakim.
And the thing with Rakim, man, his shit was just a different planet, man.
Yeah, like what he represented was
in those days.
Yeah, man. Timeless, you know.
Yeah.
It still resonates with me to this day. You know, when I listen to it, you know.
Now you're from the Bay.
Technically, but I'm not from the Bay. I'm from Central California. It's right in the middle, but it's we probably share a closer relationship with the Bay than we do LA. You know what I mean? Like I remember like growing up, you know, like Mac Dre was the man. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole like hyphy movement swam through like my hood like a tsunami, man. It was crazy, and it probably felt like the Bay at one point, but yeah, that's just our cousin, you know, just like LA is. You know?
So that whole hyphy movement, man, like the whole culture of that, the dance, ghost riding, the music.
It was crazy.
The drugs.
The drugs were crazy too.
What was the drugs?
Pills. Pills was the choice of drugs at the time. You know, they were called Thizz pills. They called them Thizz pills, which was basically like ecstasy, like a new form of like ecstasy or some shit like that. And somehow they made it popular enough for the urban community to start doing it, and it was like an epidemic in my hood, man, and just in Central California and the Bay. And I don't know if that culture kind of spread it to LA, but yeah, like there's some of my friends that are my age are like homeless now, like looking like bums out here. It's because of how serious they took that movement and how serious they took it. You know, niggas was out there popping pills at like 14 years old, and before you know it, their whole spinal cord is fucked up. Niggas can barely walk, and it's like at 18, you know what I'm saying? And it's like it has goods and it has its bad. There's pros and cons to everything. Yeah.
And cats getting real high on those pills, like crazy consumption.
I didn't. I never fuck with the Thizz pills, but I fuck with the Thizz movement. You know, yeah, I was definitely a young hyphy hothead out there.
Yeah. And the music out of the Bay, the hyphy, it's like influence obviously Mustard to this day.
I would say so. Yeah. But yeah, there's been there's crates of that kind of music. You know what I'm saying?
Crates.
Just crates and crates of like that style. And yeah, some would say it was invented in the Bay.
Yeah.
But now it's dominant because of brothers like Mustard.
Yeah.
So salute to Mustard.
What was the Thizzle dance?
The Thizzle dance was a dance invented by, I would say Mac Dre, but it was really invented by guys who just would pop the pill and be in the club and just start doing all types of weird dances and stuff, and like have the most ugliest look on their face, like, because I guess when you take the pills, it makes your jaw move in certain ways, and like it gives you like a certain facial expression, and it makes you move, it affects your body in a certain way. So the Thizzle dance was originally inspired by people off of popping Thizz, you know, the effects of the Thizz pill. So Mac Dre kind of just coined it and made a song about it and explained and gave you instructions on how to do it. First, you do like this, put a look on your face like you smell some piss, and then like he explained it, and yeah.
What was What was the whole ghost riding?
Yeah.
The whip, that would bring out the whole neighborhood just to watch the car show.
Actually, that stems from this thing called the sideshow. They call it the sideshow, where people come out and get their cars, they old schools preferably 5.0 Mustangs, because they swing the best to me. Niggas will come out and just spin their cars, do donuts all day, and niggas will be out there deep as hell. Everybody watching their kids, and I've seen niggas get knocked over by the car, like, you know, niggas doing the donuts. I've seen niggas get they noodles knocked out, you know, by niggas doing donuts. But that's where it stems from. And then eventually one guy came through, put his shit on, I guess, cruise control, hopped out and was just walking next to his whip, you know, and that's where it started, you know. I don't know who that guy was, but yeah, started a major movement with the ghost ride thing. I remember seeing like white kids in like Oregon on CNN doing it, and I was like, yeah, this is getting out of hand. You know?
Out of hand.
It was getting out of hand.
Once the white folks be doing it out of town.
I mean,
it's
once
out of control.
Once the old niggas start, you know, jumping off the freeway and shit, it's like, yeah, like, it's crazy.
So that was you growing up?
That's what I was. I was one of them dudes. Well, I was like just hanging out the window. I didn't have dreadlocks, you know, nothing like that. But yeah, I was just wilding, man. Just sometimes I definitely capitalized off of Thiz pills in my day. Yeah, but not so much the music. I never made music like that. Even though I came from that era, my music never sounded like that. I always wanted to have a distinctive sound, especially coming from Fresno. And I wanted to differentiate what this type of stuff we do from what the Bay does and what LA does. You know what I mean?
So what is your Fresno sound? What's the sound coming out of your town?
I would have to say it's more thought-provoking lyricists out there. More, it's kind of like a hybrid of like the gang mentality, gang culture of like Los Angeles mixed with like the Black Panther movement that began in Oakland. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a hybrid of that, you know, in just a weird little area, because Fresno is not like your cliche California place. There's no beaches, there's no waters, there's no like big buildings or anything like that. It's like it's a really unique area. So, and the music really mirrors that, I would say. Yeah.
And you got Naz to produce the exec produce.
Hey, I don't know how I did that. I don't know how that.
He must be feeling you to do that. That's not casual.
Something, man. I definitely reached the Don's radar, and he wanted to do more than just give me a feature on my album. You know, he was like, he really wanted to put his hands on my career as a whole. You know, and so he decided to put me on a roster of Mass Appeal. As soon as he extended his hand, I gladly accepted. You know, it's one of my favorite artists of all time, one of the greatest artists of all time. So he flew me out to South by Southwest last year just to meet and shake hands, and ended up pulling me on stage that night. I rocked it, and impressed him enough to, you know, get that paperwork right, you know. Yeah. So took a while, but I'm Mass Appeal.
It takes a minute, man. Now then, with him execing, what contribution did he make to that then?
He would just
like critiquing.
Yeah, he would just critique like every single song. But most of the records he didn't have nothing to say about. They was like, he said they were complete, like as he hears them. Like I remember Golden State of Mind. I don't think he wanted me to have a feature on that song at all. But I ended up putting Dom Kennedy on that record. You know what I mean? But I remember originally he was like, yo, you might not even need a feature on that one. You should just keep that for yourself. I think just him doing New York State of Mind by himself, I think he wanted me to kind of carry on the tradition and just hold that song down by myself, but for my coast, you know what I mean? So, but, you know, I had to get my nigga Dom on there. I don't think that song would have been complete without Dom Kennedy, for sure.
Yeah, he had some sauce for real, man.
And Nas wasn't mad either.
Yeah, for real.
He heard it, so, yeah.
And you certainly got a lot of hot guests on there. I mean, you must be real proud of, like, this is where your career is at.
I'm more so proud of the kind of music I make and the kind of stuff I'm producing, you know, at this point in my career. I could have went left and just followed what's hot and what's trendy and things of that nature, but I wanted to keep the same integrity as my first album with the sophomore project, you know what I mean? And I'm more so proud that I accomplished that. And, you know, B, The features this time around are incredible. I think I really got a respect and admiration for each single person on that, from Alchemist to Khalil and Busta, you know what I mean, to Dom, and especially Nas. And I even got my daughter on the record. I know her name isn't on the front, but shout out to Hannah.
Yeah, a beautiful little daughter as well, man.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm really proud of this album. You know?
Yeah.
I really got to say everything that I wanted to say this time around, you know. So.
You mad at anybody at the moment?
I'm mad at I wouldn't say mad.
Pissed.
Definitely displeased.
Displeased, slightly displeasured.
Displeased. But I don't think they deserve my energy or my time or the name dropping out of that, you know.
Save that for another freestyle.
Yeah, he might get that in a verse or something, but yeah.
You went in on the freestyle, fam. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. You're coming through on that freestyle.
Oh man, I'm just practicing in front of the world. You know what I mean? I'm just freestyling. You know, I could kick the writtens and stuff like that, but like everybody else. Like everybody else.
Phones.
Yeah, I've never put out my phone for a rhyme. You know, shout out to the the
phone readers,
the dialers.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. I like freestyling. It's fun, but I really love songwriting. I really love crafting a body of work that's potentially timeless. You know, that you can sit with for the rest of your life. You know.
Family. Good to see you, man. That's what's up, really, baby. Tim Westwood TV, man. Appreciate the love, man. Check the freestyle craze. YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV.